My library teacher, Ms. Strong, told me that we were going to do it, and I wasn't really sure what it was going to be like. I knew it was a game that helped your brain, but that was about it. And I was kind of nervous, but kind of wasn't really sure. But after I started working on it, it was really fun.
I felt really nervous about it because I didn't know what I was doing or what was gonna happen. But like once I got into it, I really had a good time.
I remember like when my mom, she told me about this, and like she was saying all this stuff, and then like she said animals, and I was so confused though. But then when like I finally got into it though, it makes so much sense. It was fun. I barely even knew I was learning anything. I was just like, this is a fun game, and I barely even knew I was learning anything.
When we did it, my mom didn't tell me it was about learning. She just said we were going to do video games after school.
My favorite hobby outside of school would be riding four-wheelers with my family. And during the process of BrainWare SAFARI, most of the games has to do with like memorization of the patterns. And when we would ride four-wheelers, you would have to know the pattern of when to switch the gears to make you go through like what the obstacle was. And with BrainWars SAFARI, it was really hard in the beginning to know when to switch gears and know to when like the pattern is, and BrainWars SAFARI totally helped that. Now, and I've like taught my brother that and my parents that, and it's kind of just like a memorization of when to, and BrainWars SAFARI definitely helped.
I remember before BrainWare SAFARI, I was like so like impatient. Like I remember waiting like for like a ride or something. I'd just be like, when are we gonna do this? Come on, let's do this. And then I remember that frog game. You had to wait. You had to be patient. Wait to click. And like after that, I'm starting to be more patient with stuff because like it's just like I used to be like, but now since I know how you have to be patient for the good things to happen, I'm like more patient now. I think my math grades have improved since like I done it because I remember before that I knew how to do everything. I knew it. I just rushed. Like I was just rushing because I was just like, okay, this, and I was always missing the questions, and I knew how to do that because I wasn't paying attention now. But then like with BrainWare SAFARI, it kind of taught me you have to pay attention to like what you're doing now and just don't rush through everything.
Some of the games, it's based on you have to focus and listen to the sounds, like in Rhythm Ribbit, like you have to listen to the sounds and listen to the beat, and you have to pay attention because if you pay attention, you're gonna forget the pattern. And it really helped me to pay attention and listen carefully in class so that I know what I'm doing. So it really, like, the attention skills and the focusing and everything, it really helped me BrainWare SAFARI.
Like I used to like skip read a lot, and like some people were like slower readers, and the person who was like the slower reader, I thought they were like a lot faster at reading, and they didn't like skip over as many words, and like they took their time, but they didn't take so much time that they couldn't pronounce the word.
I learned how to listen carefully, try not to be distracted, to focus on the task at hand, and I eventually finished the game, and it was like a great experience.
I was like the last one to leave because I'm like, I need to finish the Rhythm Ribbit. I need to get every single one. I can't leave unless I do it. Hold on 1 second, need to do it. So, yeah.
Once you start the game, you've got to go through at the same pace through the whole time, and that definitely helps during school, during class. Once you start, you've just got to go through. You can't just like give up in the middle of it. That doesn't work.
I felt like I won a Nobel Peace Prize. Like, I was serious. Like, it was an accomplishment for me. Yes. It was like really, cause like it was so hard, and like I finally did it. I did it. Like, wow. I was like, oh, it was amazing.
A lot of the games, you're like, oh, this is a piece of cake. Then the last level, you're like, can't do it. Need to finish. I can't finish it. But like the first level, you're like, oh, this is easy. Click. And then the second one, you're like the last level, you're just like stuck on it. So I think it's like, it's a progression through easy through hard. Because like, I think the easy ones, we all kind of wiped through them at once. Like we all were like, okay, these are easy. And then it started getting a lot harder.
Once you do the easy part, once it gets harder to keep going. Because if you keep going all the way through, you'll achieve it. I mean, and it's really, like Alexa said, it was super exciting to like just completely master the whole thing. Yeah, just to keep going.
Ribbith rhythm. You can beat it if you take your time. It seems impossible, but believe me, you can beat it if you take your time.
When you play like the memorization games, you have to focus. You have to try to memorize it, and even if you get distracted, like if your sister's watching TV, you can't get distracted by that, okay? You have to try to focus, and that's what the memorization games are about, because even with all the distraction, you have to memorize the pattern, and you have to like try to focus, and that helps you a lot in school, and I think that it's a really good experience.
You can't play your favorite games first, because if you complete them, you can't go back to them. So you need to do a hard game, easy game, hard game, easy game. So you could do like something that's hard and like get through it, and then do a game that you enjoy, and then a game that you don't like. So you're not stuck with all the ones that you don't like at the end. The first game that I complete, I want to go back on it, and when it let me go back, I'm like, but I want to play the game.
In the beginning, I'm like, okay, we're going to play a video game and that's going to help you with the brain. I was super confused about how video games are going to help you learn, but because my mom always says video games are going to distract your brain, but this had made it way more fun with the animals and just the excitement going through it. Like you wouldn't know you were learning. You would just be playing a video game, and I thought that was really cool.
It was a really great experience. I had so much fun. Like I felt confused at first because I didn't know what I was doing, but once I got into it, it was just like really fun, and like it was, it really helped me a lot.
At first, I thought, what am I doing? I thought this was supposed to be a video game, but then when I got farther on, I was like, this is like a video game though. Like I know I'm learning though, but it doesn't really feel like it though. It feels like I'm playing a game that I enjoy, and it's not something I'm learning of. It's like actually a video game. Like you don't even notice you're learning, and it was really fun.